Now we'll talk about grand theft, not the usual bank robberies or car or jewel heists. We'll be talking about the theft of liquid gold in Spain. Almost $500,000 worth of it. Before we continue, we should clarify, when we say liquid gold, we mean it in the agricultural sense. We're talking about olive oil. It's being stolen in Spain. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of olive oil is being stolen, and Spain is the world's largest producer of it. But a long period of drought has hit production. As supplies dwindle, prices have risen, and thieves are now eyeing the lucrative liquid. They're robbing olive oil factories and carting off thousands of liters of oil. Our next report has more on this slick story.
There's a spree of thefts in Spain. Across the nation, bandits are on the prowl. Their target? Olive oil. There have been plenty of small-scale robberies over the months, but lately the thieves have gotten more ambitious. They've begun robbing olive oil factories. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of olive oil have been looted. Factories near Malaga and Cordoba have been robbed of thousands of liters of the golden liquid. Or liquid gold, depending on who you ask. Now the big question is, of course, why? Why are heist targets switching from money to olive oil? The reason is simple. The oil is getting scarce and therefore valuable. Olive oil prices have shot up, particularly in the past year. And Spain has been hit especially hard. The country is the world's largest producer of olive oil. But for the last 3 years, it has been facing drought-like conditions in the olive-growing belt. This has seen production plummet and prices soar.
We are very dependent on olive trees and the cultivation of oil. Therefore, when the land stops receiving water, it is an economic catastrophe.
We are also seeing that temperatures are changing. We have heat waves with temperatures of 42 or 43 degrees for 10 days, and that is also exhausting a lot the olive trees. The water stress they are suffering is so much stronger.
Those were predictions made last year, and they have come true. Spain's olive oil production is suffering due to both drought and heat waves. The average temperature in Spain is about 1.3 degrees Celsius higher than average, and that has put severe stress on the country's olive output. Last year, output fell by about 6.4%. This year, it's about half the usual harvest, down to about 610,000 tons compared to the usual 1.3 million tons. And that has sent prices shooting up by over 100%. In Spain's Andalusia region, olive oil prices have hit $9 per kilogram. It's a year-on-year jump of 111%. Pause for a bit and think about all your investments. Stocks, fixed deposits, gold or whatever else. How many give a return of 111% in a year? So is it really any surprise that thieves think Spain's liquid gold is worth a fortune? This is oil we're talking about. It will last a long time. They can keep selling it slowly and making a fortune. After all, everyone in Spain needs olive oil to cook with. It really isn't the worst business plan. And we know why this is really happening. Climate change. It's now coming for your extra virgin, extra healthy cooking aid as well. It seems we humans have burnt so much oil that nature isn't allowing us to make cooking oil now. At least not in the same places. Spain is definitely losing out on its traditional specialty, as are other olive oil producers like Greece and Italy. If nothing is done and the world keeps heating up, Spanish olive oil will be a thing of the past. Temperature belts will shift upwards, and tomorrow we'll have to depend on German or British olive oil instead. Can you imagine? Olive oil from Cardiff instead of Cordoba. It might happen sooner than you think if we don't do enough to tackle climate change.